comes to mind when I say we're using bubbles in art today? This, or even this? Well, stick around and find out. Now, let's dive in. Welcome, SeaRoxxers, to a Whatever Wednesday. And I am so excited to do this project with you today because I have done this on the smaller scale, but we are going to amp it up and go big. Let's get our housekeeping items out of the way. We've got ingredients of some dish detergent, some water, and a little empty cup. A straw for blowing your bubbles. Something to transfer your bubbles with. A UV cure resin. I just happen to use Total Boat. And a UV cure lamp. Shout out to the originator of today's art inspiration, This Little Piggy, on Instagram. The recipe for your bubbles mixture is a drip or two of detergent. Then you're going to add some water, a little bit of water, and then your straw, and you are ready to blow bubbles. Today's board is just a 6x6 wood panel board that I painted black for a very dramatic effect. Now, the first step of all of these steps is all very easy to do. You take your UV resin, squirt it on, and then just spread it around a little bit till you get a nice good coat. I'm going to work in small sections. Once your UV resin is down, then it's time to blow some bubbles. Now, water and resin do not mix, so the bubbles that you're going to take are just right off the top, not into the water. Scrape those right off, right onto the resin, and immediately, before the bubbles start disappearing, put your UV lamp over the top and let it start curing. I cured for like a minute, and then I cleaned the excess bubbles off. Oh my gosh, check out this result. It is so cool at this size. I've done it tiny, but nothing this big. So essentially, you're going to work this process across your whole board or whatever you're doing it on. And I do suggest working in sections as you go. And I do have a helpful tip for you, and I'll show you in just a minute how to help you keep your work area clean. Once you pull your lamp off, you can see there's extra bubbles there, and just be very gentle, and then you can see the difference. Like, your big bubbles will give you bigger cells and the smaller bubbles give smaller cells. It's pretty darn cool. Now, my helpful hint to help you work a little cleaner and faster is you can see that there's kind of extra water on my board, and so I'm going to take my heat gun, and all I'm doing is drying up the board. I'm not touching the resin, just trying to get that excess water or moisture off of the board so it doesn't react with the resin. Now, if you don't have a heat gun, don't worry. Go ahead and use a hair dryer. Most people have one of those hanging around somewhere. If you're enjoying today's fun project, go ahead and splash that like button, click the bell. That way you never miss a Whatever Wednesday or a whatever not on a Wednesday. Now, if you're a curious artist like myself, you're wondering what the heck is going on under that lamp. Well, I took a video for you so you can see. Okay, I know it's like not very exciting, but the longer it's there, the bubbles begin to pop, and I don't know, it's just science and it's cool. What can I say? Now work that board until you are all the way done, and then we are ready for the next step. So by the time you reach this point, you'll either be an expert and want to bubble everything, or you're done. Now I went ahead and cured the board a few more times under the lamp, and then once I was sure everything was cured, went ahead and cleaned it with a little isopropyl alcohol. Now here is the second magical part. This is color shifting mica powder. This particular brand is Let's Resin. I found it on Amazon. It is, I think they call theirs a chameleon, and they have a variety of different colors that you can choose from. Any color shifting powder will do. But I will say that some work better than others. That is a fact. But all I did was take a fluffy paintbrush, brush it into the cells, and because I used 2 different colors, I did reserve some for the other cells. And then once I was happy with that, I just tapped the extra off so it didn't float inside my resin when I poured it. Once you're happy with your design, then you're ready for resin. I am using art resin, my favorite, and it's just clear, nothing added to it, and right over the top. If you haven't already, I invite you to just subscribe to the channel, click the bell, that way you never miss a video and you help out my algorithm. It's a win-win. Make sure and torch those bubbles out, cover it for the night, and our reveal is next. Oh my gosh, how cool is this with those color changing micas? I love it. The only thing I might do different is add a second coat of resin. But let's see if we can get some color shifting going on. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed yourself and you're inspired to try something kind of fun and funky like this. I invite you to join the SeaRoxx family. Like, share, and subscribe with all of your friends. It does help the channel grow and helps create more art for everybody. And don't forget, you can follow me on my other social media platforms. You can find my website or my Etsy shop. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, when life hands you bubbles, pour them in a glass and call it champagne.